Yeah, I've been listening to the public comment talking about the the incident that happened on December 1st or 2nd. It wasn't on this item agenda, so we, the council was not be able to make comment on that except the mayor. So I'd like to put place an item on the agenda next week to have the council have an opportunity to talk about it.
All right, that's good.
I'm sorry,
And I'm sure you have a good reason for it. So.
Could you repeat that? What did you want to agendize?
And discuss an item on the agenda talking about the incident that happened with Councilman Nguyen and Mayor Chitai.
December 1st incident?
Yeah, so December 1st or 2nd? First, right? Okay.
I would like to talk about it before we actually vote on that. First of all, can we do that, or we have to vote before?
This is to agendize.
The discussion is whether to bring it on the agenda.
As an urgent item?
This is agendize.
Mr. Doe is proposing to be an agenda item in the future, so the discussion is about putting it on the agenda.
Okay.
To discuss the incident.
But
Yeah.
But my intention is to comment about that. So the council and we know about what's happening before whether we vote for the next agendized item or not.
Is he allowed to do that, or we have
Two
to
different things.
urgent item?
You have the right during council comments to comment on anything, including that incident. With respect to Mr. Doe's request, he's asking that it be agendized. So the item for discussion right now is, do you want to have it on the agenda at the next council?
Right, but the purpose of the item on the agenda is to what?
So we can
discuss
talk.
the item.
The public comment was set for the public to make comment. We discouraged to respond to the public during the public comments, and
So,
as a result, we would not be able to make comments or talk or make more inquiry as to what happened. It seems like there's a great concern from the resident of Westminster who came forward and spoke very highly and very passionate about. We would like to understand what's going on.
So, City
As a
Attorney,
council member.
Hold on. So, City Attorney, may I propose an urgency item so we can discuss?
Well, again, with respect to council comments, you can make comments on any subject, including this. If you want to have agendized a formal discussion, that's what Mr. Doe is requesting. But to the extent that you want to make comment this evening, you are free to make comment, but that wouldn't be a discussion, that's a comment.
Well, but if we want to have a formal discussion right at this moment,
Okay, then if you want to add it to your agenda,
yes.
then you have to make a motion that it has arisen since the posting of the agenda, can't wait to the next council meeting. You open the item, you have to take public comments, and then you would discuss it.
So we cannot schedule an urgency item right now?
You can. I'm saying to have an urgency item, the motion requires you to add an urgency item that you make two findings. One, that the need to have this item rose since the posting of the agenda, and two, it can't wait to the next council meeting. And
I
then
think I want to discuss right now, so I propose an urgency item
Okay.
regarding that matter.
Mr. Attorney,
No, I think we have to bring it on, like urgency item, so we can discuss, so we don't have to wait for the next.
no, I have a question for you particularly.
Sure.
Okay, he has a chance to go before what I said, because I want to explain, I want to have comments.
You have every right to
But then, because he go first, and now we have to vote for that, for the agendizing next item, I would think that why don't we listen to all before we can vote for that item, because I don't have a chance to talk about it. After I've expressed my, or tell the fact, maybe the council see that it's not necessary to have that item on the agenda for next time.
No, I think,
that's
yes,
fine.
I think that's okay for doing that, but I refer that I bring up as an urgency item, so we have it formal, because Councilman is going to discuss back and forth.
Okay.
So if I could just clarify, Dick, with any council item that they vote on, they typically have opportunity to speak before they vote. So now the item they're voting on is whether to put it on the next agenda. So Do they each get a chance if they want to just speak right now before they vote on that?
Mr. Wynn can speak anytime he wants to speak regarding his issues.
Yes.
So we're not cutting him off.
All right.
But then separate apart from that is a motion to add an agenda item. But
Sure.
Mr. Wynn has the absolute right to speak his opinion because that's during council comments.
Okay, well, so it's my comments is, first of all, I would like to thank you, beside the council and staff, I would like to thank you, all the residents, you still stay until this minute here, that tell me that you care for the community and you listen in every items that we have on the agenda, okay? I appreciate for that. And I wanted to tell you about, my personal feeling or the way that I see. We are fortunate to live here in America, for me especially, that we have the freedom of speech. And I think that the freedom of speech somehow that didn't apply in a way that it being abused. What I said why I said that is because I think that this is continuously a false and misleading accusation to the council. And I want to let the council know about it, and I want to let the resident know about it. First, I want to let you know that I don't know that any other council were invited to the event, but I was invited to the event. Okay, this is the event is not organized by the mayor or myself. No, it was organized by other people. We were invited to attend the event, just like any other event in the city, whether it's a private event or is it a city event. We participate. We respect people. We participate in that. So number one, I want to affirm with you that it was not the mayor or myself organized this event. Number two, those people who were making oral communication today, none of them were there beside Khải Đào. Okay, if they were not there, and if they want to build the community, I think it's better to ask or email directly to him or me, asking why this happened. We would rather go solve that issues right away instead of going, talking about something that they don't know. They wasn't there. Even today, they accuse that the mayor is organized that event. It wasn't. I can tell you the truth. It wasn't. Okay. Third is that they said that people, we know about it and we didn't do nothing about it. Let me tell you, we were inside. And, inside, separated by the fence, and a lot of people inside. And the people outside, they are talking to each other. We don't even know what they're talking about. We don't even know. I don't even know he was there. I didn't even know he was there until, I see, something talking, loud out there that was looking out. I saw that, and I didn't know it was an altercation between the group. So basically, we were there to attend the event, and now we are being accused for organizing event to go against these people. I don't know. That's untrue. I want to let the council know the fact before you take it from the people who doesn't know exactly what's going on. He didn't know what's going on. And I want to challenge. Who want to challenge me about the situation that happened on that day? I'm telling you the facts. I'm telling the council. I'm telling you everybody here and the resident. Now, if any one of the council here attend from now on, if you attend any event, will you go ahead and go as your will to go, or because if you go into the event and you say, I don't know what happened, maybe I will be, a victim for the next meeting. I will be a victim for this and that. I think that as a community, we need to work together. We need to build. We have a lot of things to do together to build this community. Instead of, accusing each other and false and misleading the people, that just divided us into pieces. We need to be united and work together. I have a chance to work with many of you. I'm just, even though those are the proponents that they trying to recall me, I don't mind. Okay, if you have any question, any concern, go and talk to me. So I want to take this time to let the council know the fact that happened on the December 2nd. Secondly, I want to assure you that we were invited to the meeting, and we were not part of the altercation that they have. Thank you.
All right, I think that Councilmember Nguyen, he is really sincere. He explained, the situation happened, and, we are invited. We don't have any authority to order the group or to ask the group what to do. So unless, we want to discuss right now, but I don't want to go back and forth with this kind of, issue. So right now, I'd like to propose that bring it back. I'd like to propose to discuss this item, and bring it on as an urgency item. May I have a second?
I second that.
All right.
Do you
As an
have to
urgency
vote
item.
on my motion to add this in the agenda first before you make your...
All right, so go ahead and make a motion. Okay.
So second?
But, before we vote,
Was there
I'd like to respond to Mr. Councilman Nguyen comments. If you have nothing to worry about, then just bring it up and allow to respond to the concern from the citizen heads on, and have and give the council an opportunity to make comments. And I'm sure you have a good reason why you and the mayor was there. Because it's going to be it was broadcast via live stream across the globe. So showing up on the event and thinking that nobody know about it is probably not very realistic. So I'm sure you have a good reason to be there. And my response, my concern is I'm representing the people, and this is their concern. They was passionate about. They want to. And I would like to have an opportunity, fact fighting. That's it. I mean, you have good reason, just say it, and you provide, you can support with evidence, video, or whatever. Then we will. We serve the public. We transparent. I mean, we have nothing to hide. There's no one here. It's 11:50. I really appreciate the public for being here this late, and as well as staff. But I'm fine. You want to talk about it right now? I mean, I'm ready.
All right.
You want to wait until next week, where you can you're more prepared to respond appropriately. We're here to serve the public. They want to know. They want to hear your side of the story. They want to hear the council side of the story. We want to hear our comments, our opinions. The more that it seems to me like the more that you try to resist or try to silence the opposition, the bigger the hole is going to happen. With the recall effort, that's a result of that. I mean, I don't want to go. I can go all day long, at anywhere, anytime, with anybody. You want to talk about any level, I can do it. So it's not an issue for me. It's for you. I mean, your reaction the past year causing people to have an uproar and upset. Why can't we just change and work with the people and be transparent for once so that we can work together. We can work with everybody, not just the council. We're going to work with the people. But we have to, put our right foot forward to be transparent, to be honest, to be honorable. That's what I'm asking. I'm sure you are a very honorable person, both of you. So there's nothing to be afraid. Just face the fact and have the people present so they can present their case, so they don't have to watch the videotape of this meeting tomorrow morning and unable to, make comments or participate. But I'm ready either way. I mean, you want to talk about it until 1 o'clock. I'll be happy to stay here.
All right.
I have comments.
No. Hold on.
I want to have comments.
Hold on a second. So either way, I mean, like, I make a motion that I bring it on as an urgency item, and I have a second. Either we vote on that or not.
Well, first of all, I think he make a motion that
Okay.
But
There was no second to that motion, though.
I second it with the understanding that we're going to just talk about it later. I mean, again, I'm not attached. I don't even know what's going on, so I'm just trying to understand. I just wanted to second his item as I would Kimberly Ho's item or Charlie Wynn's or Mayor Taw's.
So the motion on the floor would be to add an agenda item for the future regarding this discussion.
Next week, yeah, for next.
I'd rather discuss, this.
Well,
I believe-
let's vote on that first. If you don't want that to be added on the agenda, and try to silence the opposition, the minority on the city council to put on the record. To vote no, and whatever you want. You have the majority of the council. Right. You're in control.
All right, so that is a process.
That's the way you want to play it, and we can do that. It's not a problem. I mean, what's news, right?
All right, so you have a motion, and Councilmember Contreras, second motion, right? Okay. I think that we need to discuss in this meeting because I've been listening to a lot of members from the community. Okay. So I vote no.
Okay, that motion failed 2-3 to place an item on a future agenda regarding the event.
just for the record, I want to make sure there is no hiding. I'm more than, let me clear that I'm transparent, and I want to make sure that the people look around, that, you see those people who spoke, how many people are still here, okay? Yes, how many, compared to the number of people who talk about that subjects. Okay. Now the thing is, even the person who were there, original problem, is not even here. After they're speaking, they're gone. Okay. They don't even care about any item on the agenda or anything about the city. All they want to do is they go out and make noise about those things. Now that's number one. I think I don't want to waste time to talk about those things that is not necessary. I'd rather have time to do something that valuable, that we spend time, the staff, people here, and council, spend those valuable time for the sake of the city here, the good of the city. Instead of wasting our time talking about those things that is not even a concern to anybody. I know you can say it's concern to some of the people. If those people are there and they can prove it, then I can tell, it's a valid concern. This is invalid concern, so I just want to let you know that I vote no for the record.
Well, let me respond to that. People have made comments talking about the anti-communist resolution 4953 that were passed on September 11. They call it it's a fatwa. It's like a religious order calling for a jihad, calling for
a holy war to attack those people who oppose the city council. And that's a pretty serious matter, and I think it's very important. It's a city-sanctioned violence. Pretty much, you look at the language of that resolution. They call, I think, one of the residents during public comment already mentioned it. The city council encouraged all residents to raise their voice against individuals who fit the profile of an 8 and a better. In this case, like those who oppose the majority of the city council, including the mayor. And that's pretty serious. It will bring liability to the city council because that incident happened on December 1st clearly indicate that it was as a result of this resolution 4953, then the group of people that was busing from out of town, San Jose, Houston, Texas, and Seattle, they came to town to demonstrate the anti-communist movement, and they raised attacking the infidel, in this case, those who are opposing the mayor. And at that time, Councilman Nguyen, and that's a very serious matter in terms of talking about risk management. We have a resolution encourage people to do that, even those, these the people have the right to practice their democracy. They have the right to oppose the elected official. That's what Americans are all about. And this resolution labeled them all as communist sympathizer. I think it's very serious. And so far we have like 11,200 and some infidels in the city. That's pretty serious. And if you think this is not important, you shouldn't be in an elected position to run the city.
Talking about yourself, please.
No. Hold on a second.
Do you know that this is the second time this group is coming here?
Councilman Do,
Do you know that, or this is the first time?
Hold on. Okay, I think you already vote no on that resolution. So, this is really democratic process. No, hold on a second. I don't want to go back and forth. No, I don't want to go back and forth with this kind of matter because we already spoke. And I mean, like, right now, 11 o'clock. Vice Mayor Ho, you have anything to say? No.
I'm not done yet. I'm not finished with my comment yet.
All right, so Vice Mayor Ho?
First, I'd like to have the opportunity.
I think you have your time.
No, I'm not done yet.
No, you have your time.
I'm not done yet.
City Attorney, this is Councilman Adam, he has his time.
Public comment, there's no limit in public comment, right? I mean, my time to speak, let me finish.
No, I think you have your time. Now, I want to hear from the other council member.
Well, the allegation was
no, I mean like you have your time.
You condone violent reaction.
Right.
The mayor controls the meeting.
Right, so you have your time, sir. You have your time. Okay.
So you use your position as mayor to shut down the opposition.
Vice Mayor Ho.
Yes. Okay, for my agenda for next time, first, I'd like to put on the agenda to discuss the possibility of making refundable deposits to reserve electric and bulletproof Tesla. And
A what?
Tesla. It's coming out.
I'm sorry, one more time?
For our PD, Westminster PD, I would like to make refundable deposits to reserve electric cars, electric and bulletproof cars for our PD. Okay. It's only $100 deposit. But anyway, that's what I want to agendize, so you guys come out and talk about it.
All right, so I second a request. All right, we have to vote on that request.
So we'll have the opportunity to have a discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just a.
So this is not
agendized.
to actually vote for them?
No,
This is
no,
just-
no.
Okay.
This is my agenda for next time.
All right, so that motion carried 4-0 with Councilmember Nguyen absent.
Thank you. And the next one would be, many businesses on Bolsa are really confused, being that this year we have 2 parades, one on the Saturday, the 25th, and one on Sunday, the 26th, and I've gotten a lot of calls. So I'd like to see if we could send letters to just the businesses on Bolsa to confirm and let them know that there will be a parade on the 25th, and get ready. There will be roadblocks from Purdue to Bouchard, and so I'd like to agendize that.
All right, so I honor that request.
And that motion carried 4-0 to add that to the agenda.
And lastly, I'd like to update. I'd like to get an update from staff, planning staff, on our pre-engineered model ADUs that we were talking about. So I believe we were promised the end of December. So now that being that we're at the end of December, I'd like that to be. I'd like to get an update at the next meeting. Thank you. That's it for me.
All right, so
Good
that's
night.
the other item?
Yes.
Okay. Second
I'd like to
request.
take an opportunity to thank Public Work. Are we done with the, for the Thanksgiving rainy day, you come out and take care of all the flooded streets. So
All right,
appreciate it.
so,
Thank you. Good job.
All right, so I'd like to thank our city staff working with many groups in the community for organizing a really annual, beautiful Christmas tree lighting event. That was really nice. And my AB 123 report that last month I did participate in the Vietnamese American Uniform Services Association event. That was a really nice event to honor the sacrifice of our men and women. So with that, I'd like to adjourn the meeting. The next regular meeting will be Wednesday, December 18, 2019, 7 p.m. in the council chamber. Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.